Hello and welcome to the Media Man Movie Review. My name is Ben and I'm joined with my co-host,
Rand. Woo!
And today we are welcoming back a special guest, Caleb, aka Bebo, aka Lil Steamer, aka Skinny Penis. Any more?
I mean, I don't claim all of those names, but sure, yeah, I'm back again.
All right. And today we are reviewing the Curious George movie with Will Ferrell and who else was in it? Dick Van Dyke,
Drew Barrymore.
What was that bad guy from Alvin and the Chipmunks?
Oh, that was him? I thought that was him.
Yeah, that was him.
I thought that was him.
You nerd.
The character design honestly looks so much like him.
It was David Cross, that was his name.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I guess to start this movie off, I'm gonna read the promotional stuff that's usually found in the back of VHS and DVD boxes. So here we go, boys.
Don't even say VHS.
I mean, it's on the back of those.
Nope. No.
VHS is making a comeback.
Hell yeah, baby.
No.
All right, here we go. Buckle up for this amusing, exciting, and hilarious adventure said by Janet Stokes Film Advisory Board Incorporated with everyone's favorite inquisitive little monkey. When the man with the yellow hat befriends Curious George in the jungle, they set off on a non-stop, fun-filled adventure through the winders of the big city towards the warmth of true friendship. Featuring the voice talents of Will Ferrell, Drew Barrymore, and an all-star cast, Curious George is a family classic, said by Dean Richards from WGN-TV, that will have the kids inside everyone giggling with delight again and again.
They should have said having the kids upside down.
Upside down. All things that can't be found.
That's kind of a weird phrasing, like, that will have kids inside everyone.
You're inside.
But what does that even mean? Inside everyone?
The inner kid. Yeah.
Yeah, the inner child of everyone. Like the child inside of yourself.
I guess.
You just read it weird.
Well, that's how it was on the back of the box. And I don't know why they had whoever this Jane Stokes is. What the hell is the Film Advisory Board Incorporated?
It's like the TVA from Loki.
Nah, I haven't seen Loki yet.
I've seen the first 2 episodes.
Yeah, but this isn't a Loki episode. This is a Curious George episode.
It is a Curious George episode. So,
yeah.
I guess we'll go with Caleb. Caleb, before now, what was your experience with this movie? Watch it when you were younger or anything, or what's up?
I remember seeing this movie in theaters as a kid. I remember going with my preschool group, and we went to the movie theater in town. And
it's not that old, is it?
2000 it's 2006.
Oh, maybe it wasn't maybe it was just like a summer school type of thing. I don't know. Maybe it was with my family. The point is, I went as a kid. I saw it. I remember it because it was the first movie I ever got one of those, like, you ever go to the movies and you get like the box that has like popcorn in it and it carries your soda and has a candy in it.
Oh yeah, the little cardboard boxes. Yeah, I remember those.
Yeah.
I never got any of those, but I know those.
Yeah,
yeah.
I remember watching it,
cool.
And I remember like banging my head to the banger of a song that Upside Down is. But yeah, and it's pretty much the greatest movie ever made.
I mean, it does have your favorite actor, or at least one of your favorite actors.
Yeah, Will Ferrell, and I probably didn't even recognize Will Ferrell as a kid. But now that I rewatched it, I probably haven't seen it since I was a kid, but now that I rewatched it, I immediately recognized Will Ferrell when I was like, dope.
Mm-hmm. All right, Ben, do you have any prior experience with this movie at all?
I feel like I watched it a while ago, but I didn't really remember it. I was just like, I watched Curious George, but I don't remember a thing about it.
Monkey.
Mumkey. Mumkey funny.
I mean, for me, I was kind of the same boat as Caleb. My family and I we went and saw the movie. The thing was about when we went though, the theater was like completely empty. There was like nobody in it. It was just us in that whole movie theater when we went and saw it.
Yeah, because everybody thought that the Curious George movie was going to be lame, but it wasn't.
I enjoyed it as a kid. It's a really good movie for a kid, especially since, if you guys didn't know this, I don't know, I grew up watching public television. I didn't have cable or satellite TV, but there was a kids TV show, same name, Curious George, that literally took place right after the movie.
I remember watching the TV show.
Yeah.
Whenever I had to wake up at like 6 a.m. For high school, I remember eating breakfast and watching Curious George every day in high school, and my dad made fun of me for it. But
Yo, if you want to talk about bangers of a song, that intro song for that TV show was a banger.
I can't even remember the song
It's
for
like-
the TV show, but
It's so curious, you don't wanna rest, wanna rest. Dun, 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 dun,
yeah.
dun,
I
dun,
remember
dun, dun, dun. We are friends like this. Dun, dun, dun. It was a banger, man.
But the real question is, why is he so curious?
Because he's a monkey.
He's a dumb.
He's a toddler monkey.
But
You baby
But-
monkey.
where's his mommy and daddy?
I don't know. He doesn't have a mom or dad.
That's sad.
He was just poofed into existence.
He was like the son of God. He just ascended.
Hello, I am here.
He didn't have a mom. He didn't have a mom or dad. He just appeared.
Nobody knew where he came from, but he was.
So, like at the beginning of the movie, Drew Barrymore's character, like instantly, is just like she's a teacher, and she like brings her class to the museum every week just to so she can flirt with the man in the yellow hat.
You mean Ted?
Yeah, that's
he doesn't have a
because he's
name.
a
What do you
gangster.
mean he doesn't have a name? He has a name in the movie.
He's the man in the yellow hat.
His name is Ted.
But wait, whoa,
It
whoa,
is
whoa.
Ted.
Whoa. Slow down. Slow down, boys and girls. Gotta get to the fun facts first before we get into the movie. Come on now.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, I want the saucy details on the relationship.
We'll get to that in a second. All right.
The
Goodness.
sauce.
All right. Hey, it's just that build up. Because then once we get to that peak of the roller coaster, it's all downhill, and that's the best part.
They never even kissed. It was disappointing.
All right.
Yeah.
Shush. All right. So, fun fact number 1. This movie was originally going to be a live-action movie in the early 1990s.
Why?
I don't know why. When I read that fact, like when I found it out, I was just trying to think of who would they have gotten to play the man in the yellow hat in the 90s?
I would say Tom Cruise, but he's too short.
No, in the 90s. No, I guarantee you it would have been Bob Saget.
What?
What?
No.
Yeah, because he would. You know Bob Saget, right?
I'm gonna look him up quick because I don't know off the top of my head.
He's the dad in Full House.
Oh.
Don't you think he would have been a good man in the yellow hat?
Not really.
I could see it. Shut up, you're wrong.
I don't see it.
Well, again, you're wrong. Stop being wrong.
Oh, I could see. Yeah, I could see them being a good man with the yellow hat.
See, Bebo, you're wrong.
Like he looks
Stop
like
being
it.
wrong. It's not a good look for you, Bebo.
Jeez.
Well, when was Will Ferrell popular? Like when did he? I guess he was the 2000s,
like
wasn't he?
2000s.
Oh, okay.
He was in the Lego movie.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Lego movie.
Had
Yeah.
Brad Pitt do it. Tom Hanks.
I could see Tom Hanks. I could maybe see Tom Hanks.
There still would have been some youngness in Tom Hanks. I think that would have been good enough for it. And I think Tom Hanks would
Yeah.
have done this kind of movie.
It's yeah.
Yeah,
But it would have been coming right off of the heels of probably Forrest Gump, wouldn't it have been? When was Forrest Gump made?
Oh yeah, Tom Hanks would have definitely been a Ted or whatever his name is.
Forrest Gump was 1994, so it probably would have been like probably around the same time if it was in the early 90s.
All right, now we've settled on it. Tom Hanks would have been. Now who would have played the monkey?
Danny DeVito. He would have been in a monkey costume.
Hey, I'm trying to go paint here.
What's with all these balloons?
He starts flying away. Somebody stop this damn thing.
That was the most ridiculous scene in the movie when they were flying with the balloons.
Yeah, that was pretty cracked.
All right. Fun fact number 2. The man in the yellow hat never had a name until this film. When his name was given as Ted, he's just Ted in most of the movie. But in a deleted scene, his surname is revealed, which is Shackleford.
No,
So
the
he's
man in yellow
Jewish.
hat.
So, well, his full name is Ted Shackleford.
His full name is Ted Bundy.
Whoa.
Whoa! I'm just cool with him being Ted or the man in the yellow hat. Shackleford's really not a good last name for somebody like that. This doesn't fit.
I don't think Shackleford is a good name for anybody.
Well, I feel like it needs to be a more like whimsical last name, not like Shackleford.
Well, he was a nerd.
Yeah.
Don't you remember that?
His first name is Man, and his last name is in a yellow hat. It's German.
Is that like on his is that on his birth certificate?
He comes from the Netherlands.
Imagine him walking up like the cops pull him over. These are your license and registration.
Sir, it currently says that your name is Man in the Yellow Hat. He says that is correct.
It's like McLovin in Superbad.
Sir, I'm gonna have to ask you to come down to the station with me.
All right. Fact number 3. This was Universal Pictures' last theatrically released traditional animation movie. For now, as well as Universal Pictures' first fully animated movie to have a theatrical release since Balto.
Balto?
What was the first part of that? What does that mean?
It was the last movie that was released in theaters by Universal that was hand-drawn animation.
Oh, it was hand-drawn. Oh my goodness.
Oh, Balto's the dog movie.
Yeah, do you not know Balto?
No, I can honestly say I've never even heard of Balto.
It's about the Siberian Husky dog that pulled all the medicine to that Alaska town, doing like the It's similar to the Itidadad, or however you say that.
Yeah. Speaking of dog, I can hear Bentley breathing. Hi, Bentley.
Yeah, I made him run a lot, and then I shut the door to the room I'm in, but he kind of bursted in, and then he just laid on the floor, and now it's just panting.
Yeah, Bentley does what he wants.
Bentley.
Yeah, sorry guys if you hear Bentley in my audio track, but he's a tired boy.
Bentley is a dog that Grant has.
He is. He is a dog. He is my dog.
Bentley.
Pretty adorable dog. No, but it's crazy to think that this was their last like 2D hand-drawn animation film. That's just crazy to me.
And it was in 2006. I could see it because animation just took a step after that.
Mm-hmm. And this kind of fact rolls into the next fact, which is this was the last American family-friendly hand-drawn animated movie released in theaters up until The Princess and the Frog.
Like, at all?
Yeah. Well, family-friendly, which means there must have been some other 2D stuff that came out. I don't know off the top of my head what came out, but there must have been something for them to give that specific of a fact. But this was the last family-friendly one.
Yeah. That makes
And
sense.
Princess and the Frog came out in 2009.
Wait, when did this come out?
2006.
2006. Where the hell have you been, bro? You're
We
so
said that, like,
2000
at the
and
beginning
late.
of the movie. I mean, the episode.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
So it was 3 years of no hand-drawn animation until Princess and the Frog, and I think that was that was Disney's last one. And now, the final fact: this was the voice acting debut for Will Ferrell. He went on to voice the title character of Megamind and Lord Business in the Lego Movie film franchise.
Oh,
yeah. Megamind.
I think that's it actually surprises me that this was Will Ferrell's first voice acting role he did.
I'm surprised he doesn't have more voice acting roles.
He has a very good voice for it.
I think he has a good voice acting voice, but I think he just does so many live action movies that maybe he just doesn't have time for voice acting.
Maybe it does sound like he's more of a slapstick comedian sort of thing. He likes doing things. He doesn't like just kind of sitting behind a wall and just talking. He likes acting out the funny scenes.
Yeah.
And now, so with all that, I've got some box office numbers. So,
hey,
the cost
Grant,
of this movie, what?
Give us those box office numbers.
Okay.
Hey Grant.
Yeah.
What's those box office numbers?
Oh yeah, let's get
it. So the movie cost $50 million to make, and if we go based on the equation that we found out earlier, it ended up costing about $100 million to make. $100 million, because you take what it costs to make, and then you multiply it by two-ish. It's kind of vague, but you do. But I think we're just gonna go with 2, just to make the math easier. So you times it by 2, which is all the marketing and stuff for it.
I guess
the stuff that's sense. Not. Yeah, it's the stuff that's not shown. The $50 million is just that's how much it costs them to make it. But then there's all the other stuff, like all the marketing for it and all the deals with the theaters or whatever and stuff. So it comes out to about $100 million. The movie made in theaters $70 million, which means we had a net loss of $30 million.
It was worth it. What's
with movies and losing money? At least our movies.
I think in 2006, I can see how maybe it just wasn't a very popular movie to come out. I guess. I think it came out sometime in the summer, so at least I remember it coming out sometime in the summer. So maybe it was just one of those movies that families only went to see on a summer day. At least I remember that.
It actually came out. It came out in the winter.
Yeah,
February 10th.
Caleb.
I'm stupid.
Bebo.
It came out It came out in the winter. So it was. I'm trying to think of I can't think of any movies off the top of my head, big movies that came out in 06 that would kind of take away money from it.
I don't know.
That was too long ago for me.
I'm too old for
Probably
that.
some Disney movie. Let's just get into the movie now. So, what was your experience watching the movie?
Good.
That's it. No, put that on the poster. Ben says it was good.
It was good.
It was.
Ben from Media Men. It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Caleb, you want to say anything about it?
It was good. I remember. Well, I think you just have to kind of judge it how it was meant to be made and the audience it was meant for. It wasn't meant for us, guys in our 20s. It was meant for kids. It's a kids movie, and I think it does an excellent job at being a kids movie.
No, yeah, hands down. I agree with you on that part. It does a perfect job being a kids movie. And especially again how it ties straight into the old PBS kids show. It's perfect. It's just a perfect tie into that. It does its job well.
I did not know that the movie had sequels.
Oh yeah, there's 3 or 4.
The fact that they lost money on the first one and they said, "Oh yeah, let's make 3 more."
Well, these other ones were more of direct. They were direct to video ones.
Okay.
Well, actually, so I was actually looking that up a little bit when I was doing some research, and the second one had a. They released that one in theaters only in it was like Iceland, Denmark, and Finland.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know. They must have just been desperate for movies.
Yeah.
And that one had some big names in it too. I know Tim Curry was in it for a fact.
Steph Curry?
No,
Yeah,
Tim
Steph
Curry.
Curry.
Come on, man.
Steph Curry,
Steph Curry.
The bad guy in Muppets Treasure Island.
the basketball player for the Golden State Warriors.
No. And the animation, honestly, I watched the trailer for it, and like the animation isn't horrible. It's a downgrade from like this movie, but it's not like horrible. It's still above like the TV show style.
Fair.
But then the third one was like just hardcore Flash animation, and it hurt my eyes to watch.
Flash give you PTSD?
No, Flash animation, not the superhero.
Flash give you PTSD?
No.
Okay,
What?
let's get back to the freaking movie. What'd you guys think about the plot?
I liked it. It was good. It was a good like kind of your general like just kind of we have to save X by doing this. So it was your classic little adventure movie, I guess. I liked it.
It reminded me of a certain other movie that we're gonna be watching next week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I won't say the kind of the plot right now, but I'll just say it. The museum part of the plot was very much like that.
I mean, it's your classic like we have to save this, so let's do something crazy to try and save it. It was kind of one of those movie plots.
Oh yeah, because they had to find the 40-foot tall statue of the monkey.
Yeah, of the monkey.
Mumsy.
I kind of think.
Oh,
Is that
oh, is that a monkey?
a monkey?
Definitely heard monkey. Like,
No!
No, but right away in the movie, I was watching it, and just watching Drew Barrymore, I guess, well, her character and the man with the yellow hat, like talking there in the first bit, I just wanted to bang my head against the wall.
Why?
Because of how obvious she was being, and he was being just dumbfounded, just like.
She wanted that yellow banana.
God.
She wanted that man in the yellow hat, and
He didn't even have a yellow suit until he agreed to go on the expedition, and he went to that place to get the yellow suit, and there were those guys with like New York accents who faked Australian accents to sell them the yellow suit.
Yeah.
I loved how they were like, "How are we gonna move all 40 yellow suits?"
It wasn't 40, it was like 6.
Oh, was it 6? Oh, I thought it was like a bunch
I
that
thought
they
it
had to
was 40.
move.
Was it 40? It might have been 40.
I don't know. It was a ridiculous amount. And then he walks in and he's like, I am your adventurer looking for suits and ties, yes."
I just think it's kind of crazy if, like, so yes, it was probably 40 yellow suits, but who in their right mind would buy all of those? And then that's just their personality now, where now they just wear that yellow suit for the rest of their lives for every single day.
Well, the question is, if he didn't wear it, would George leave?
Oh, that's a good point. 'Cause
Maybe.
the banana.
Yeah.
He wanted that banana.
Like, if he took it off, would George just be done with him? Just, like, look for someone new?
He wouldn't even be able to recognize him.
That's a big old maybe, boss.
No, but... Oh, that was one thing I noticed. This movie did that weird thing that movies were trying to do at that time, where they were mixing 2D animation with 3D animation.
Yeah.
You were gonna say something?
I said it was kind of weird.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was really weird because it really stood out. It just really stood out, like that. Like when the characters were like interacting with it, it just really stood out. I didn't really like that.
The biggest instance I can remember of it was whenever Monkey George was going onto the ship with the man in the yellow hat.
My biggest one was the balloon scene when the man with the yellow hat tied all the balloons and he was going up.
Oh yeah.
They did it there, and it just looked really awkward.
Okay. Also, how in 2006 they have a man that could do hologram?
What was that character's name?
I don't even know.
Oh, it was Dr. Clovis.
No, it was Clovis.
It was something like that.
Yeah. What a weird name for a guy. Clovis.
Well, he was a weird guy.
Yeah. Speaking of, like, I hate to jump straight to the ending, but it's kind of like after all the plot has ended, like, Curious George hops into a freaking rocket in the middle of, like, New York City, and the rocket just takes off.
Yeah!
Yeah, wait a minute. What kind of museum has a functioning rocket? and who just leaves it there unguarded? Especially with a monkey.
And with little kids!
Well,
yeah.
And then the man in the yellow hat just gets in, and all of a sudden they have like yellow spacesuits on, and they go to space.
Two seconds later, they have spacesuits. It's like, oh well, I guess we're going. So,
although that was one of my favorite like lines in the movie was when they're like, when he was like, Clovis, that doesn't have rocket fuel in it, and then it starts to go up, and he's like, and then they start to leave, and he's like, what? There's empty tanks. What am I supposed to do?
I see empty rocket tanks, and I have all this fuel lying around. What do you think I was gonna do?
Let's talk about all the other like ridiculous scenes in this movie, like the one where Curious George, like he has that projector, and they're in the back of the truck, and he's just walking around like King Kong.
I did like that too. When the man in the yellow hat was just yelling at everybody in New York City.
What is going on?
George, put your seatbelt on. Everyone is out of their goddamn mind today. Like, no.
George is attacking New York City, jumping on buildings and harassing everybody.
Yeah.
Typical monkey stuff.
Typical monkeys in New York stuff. I like the taxi guy a lot. The one that's like, I've seen monkey in New York City. I seen that. Giant holographic monkey. I seen that.
I've seen King Kong like 3 times.
I enjoyed his little character coming back like over and over again. I really like that. The one thing that annoyed me though was when when they got to the museum and the bad guy gave George, like, he dumped the coffee into the projector and then gave George the coffee, and the man in the yellow hat already realized that it clearly was like, why would you give him a latte? Like, he knows that this dude like intentionally messed up, and he still is blaming George for it or whatever.
George did nothing wrong.
He goes, "What, George? Where'd you get that iced mocha frappuccino?"
No, he says. No, he sees it and he says, "Who?" He's like, "Who gives a monkey a latte?"
Yeah. No, I was talking about the bad guy. He's like,
"Oh,
Ted, who gave this monkey an iced mocha triple shot espresso frappuccino machine?"
It's just a latte. Just say latte.
Just say latte.
I'm making a joke saying like, oh, he knew exactly what it was.
Oh.
He's the one that gave it to the monkey.
But it's like the man in the yellow hat knows that it wasn't George's fault, basically, and he still got mad at George.
It's like, George, I know you didn't have that, but God, why?
Why did he wanted to build a parking? He wanted to tear down the museum to build a parking garage, and like that's how he thought his dad would accept him. Because like remember at the end where he was just like, "Dad, I parked all the cars." And Dad said, "Oh, I'm proud of you, son." And then he hugged him. It was like, what is that sort of relationship?
It's clearly a horrible one.
Dad, I parked all the cars. Are you proud of me?
I mean, you saw how he acted when he's like, Ted, you're like the son I never had. Dad, your real son, right here. Oh yeah, I already had you. It's like, oh my god, your own son like that, savage.
That guy was kind of. He kind of had problems.
Who, the old guy or the son?
No, the son.
Oh, okay.
He's basically the same character in every. What's his name? David Cross or whatever.
Yeah, David Cross.
Yeah, he's basically the same character in every movie he does. It doesn't matter if it's animated or not.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I can only think of him in like just the Alvin and the Chipmunks movies. That's all I can see him now.
He's also in the.
In what?
Whatever. He's in another movie. It was like where he plays the same character.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I can't remember it either.
What's the one where like he gets dyed blue? I
Blue Meanie? Or Big Fat Liar. Is that it?
Big Fat Liar. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I was not thinking of that one.
No, but what else? Oh, another thing with like the animation. Did you guys also notice that weird like glow that was around like all the characters?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was like that weird glow. I don't know how I felt about that.
All the characters were a bit brighter.
It was a really bright film. Like it was really bright.
Well, I think that was kind of the point.
Like the type of theme they were going for.
Yeah, they wanted to. Oh, we're appealing to kiddies. Lots of colors, lots of sounds. Wow.
Make it bright. Gotta keep the kids' attention.
Gotta get their ADHD under control if they had it.
If they had it.
God knows I had it.
I remember walking away from this movie when I saw it as a kid, and just I still had the song stuck in my head. And I was still bopping my head. It was a lot of fun.
That video you sent us was that was so true. That guy just jamming out to some Upside Down, dog.
That song was so good.
Maybe you can like save that video that I sent you guys and post it on Instagram, which is a plug for you to follow the Instagram. You're welcome.
Oh, thanks, Caleb. Follow us at Media Men Pod or the Media Men Pod on Instagram.
Yeah, what he said.
I like how you're like the town crier. Like you had to scream it so everybody would do it.
Yeah, duh.
Hear ye, hear ye.
No, that actually, Jack Johnson did the whole soundtrack for that movie. Every song was one of his songs.
It was an original too. Like he wrote them for the movie.
Yeah.
It sounded familiar.
The Upside Down got nominated for a satellite award for best original song.
Well, good. Yeah, it deserves it. I hope it won.
I don't think it won, but it got nominated.
Should have won.
There was another song in the movie that I liked. I liked the one where they were when they had the balloons and they were flying around.
Did that one have lyrics?
Yeah, that one. What do you mean? Did that one have lyrics? Here, if you give me a second, I'll find the name of that song. I really liked it. It had a really good it was just another good bop. The soundtrack was honestly pretty good. I really liked the soundtrack to this movie. Not a lot of movies have good soundtracks, but this one had a very, very nice, like, soothing acoustic soundtrack. Oh, where is it? Oh, I can't find it.
In the soundtrack, so Jack Johnson did like the soundtrack for this movie. I'm reading that it said it's in its first week on Billboard 200 albums chart. The soundtrack made it to the #1 spot, making it Jack Johnson's first #1 album.
Nice. Jack Johnson's got the bops.
For some Jack Johnson facts.
And the song was called "Talk of the Town."
Talk of the Town.
Yeah.
It pales in comparison to pales. Is that a word? Is that
pales?
The
yeah.
phrase? It pales in comparison to Upside Down. So.
Yeah. But I feel like it's a good #2 song. Oh, Hello, Bentley. He's back. Back for round 2. Hi, you.
Hey, Bentley, monkey.
He did not howl.
Dang. It's not fair. Speaking about the movie, it's not fair that they gave George all the best lines.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Do you guys know who did the voice for Curious George?
I was reading earlier, but I don't remember.
I do not know.
Frank Welker.
Don't know who that is.
Yeah.
He's Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo?
Mm-hmm.
No way.
Yeah,
Just
he's Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo?
Well, more than Scooby-Doo.
He was Scooby-Doo and Curious George. And that's it.
That's it.
Like, there's no way he was Scooby-Doo.
Oh. Frank, is that you?
Oh my God, Ben! He did the voice for the Graboids in Tremors.
No way.
Yes, he did.
You called it the wrong name.
Oh, sorry, the Grabby Boys.
Yeah, there you go. That's the proper term. I only accept Grabby Boys.
You only accept Grabby Boys. Oh, he was Pegasus in Hercules.
Hercules.
He was
That's the movie.
he does just tons of. He's the voice of Dragon in Shrek.
Is you really? You see that boulder? That's a nice boulder.
Does the dragon even have a voice? What?
Just moaned and groaned and roared.
Oh my God, that's right. He is the voice of Megatron.
No, wait, really?
Like for
Yeah!
the movie?
No, for like the TV show and the movies.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, he's the voice of Megatron. I'm pretty sure.
There's no way he said Autobots roll out.
He is the voice of Megatron.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Ben, you're right. He didn't say that. That was Optimus Prime.
And he's
No,
still, still alive. He is 75 years old.
Yeah, dude. Frank Welker. Just an amazing voice actor.
And his best role was as George in Curious George.
I don't know. I think his best role might be Scooby-Doo.
No, it was definitely the monkey. He said ooh ooh ah ah, and everybody went crazy.
He said ooh ooh ah.
Ting tang, walla walla bing bang. Ooh ee, ooh ah ah, ting tang, walla walla bing bang.
I just can't believe he did the voice for the Graboids in Tremors. That's just mind-blowing to me.
I'm sorry, is this another Tremors episode?
God knows there's enough of them.
Oh my God.
So many. There's so many Tremors movies, and I've seen most of them.
Thank you, Caleb.
It's like it's the same movie every time.
Exactly. All right. Let's get back on to Curious George. We're not doing another Tremors podcast, at least not yet.
I wanna turn this one upside down.
Find the things they say just can't be found.
Alright, enough about Jason
That's
Mraz.
not that word. That's not what Jason Mraz.
What?
I don't care who it is, enough about the song.
Hey, don't you dare disrespect Upside Down.
Don't you disrespect Jack Johnson.
George song.
You know what? Jason Mraz burned Jack Johnson's Upside Down.
Oh my gosh. Well, guys, do you have Caleb, any final thoughts about the film before you give it a grade?
Oh, do I get to give it a grade?
Well, yeah, you're on here.
Oh,
Of course you can get to give it a grade. I'm not gonna have the guests. I'm not just gonna have you be on the show and not give it a grade after you sat down and watched it.
Okay, final thoughts. Let me think. I don't understand the point of the I understand they were trying to find the idol. It was like a 40-foot tall statue. It had to weigh several tons, so where they couldn't even move it. So even if they did find it, how would they get it from? What country was it in? I don't even know.
They just said Africa. That was it.
Just Africa? You know how many countries are in Africa?
No, just Africa.
How'd they get it from Africa to New York? I mean, I get they had the big boat, but
that thing would have weighed it down so much, though.
Yeah. It doesn't make sense.
Caleb, I want you to do the math and tell me how many tons that thing weighed. Then we can figure out how big of a ship we need.
Okay, 400.
Don't forget to carry
400
3.
tons. Is that a lot? How much?
You gotta carry the 30.
That's like 4. That's like I think like an elephant weighs about a ton, so
Okay,
about like
yeah,
400 elephants.
7 elephant.
Anything
Ben,
else then,
what are your
Caleb?
final thoughts? No,
Oh,
no,
okay.
that's it. Just
Okay.
the idol thing.
Just the idol.
The stupid idol. Ben,
Ben,
go.
Ben, go. What do you got?
My
Hey, Ben.
my
Ben,
least favorite.
Ben, give us your final thoughts.
My final thought. I liked it. It was good. I like the monkey. I can hashtag relate to the monkey.
Because you're so curious.
Is it because you have a
No,
handler that doesn't know what they're doing?
who are you talking about? My dad or Grant?
Yes.
I'm so confused.
Ted is not equipped to be a father. He's not equipped to be a owner of George.
I mean, he lives in an apartment that doesn't allow animals.
If I remember correctly, in the TV show, George ends up going to school. Like, why does George go to school? He's a monkey. He's not going to learn anything.
I think he goes to school.
He didn't go to
I think
school. He did not go to school.
He might have
Yeah, he
went
did.
like he might have went for one episode. He
didn't.
might have went for one episode, but it wasn't like a regular thing.
Oh, he definitely went.
I mean,
No,
basically how the show worked was the man in the yellow hat would leave to go to work, and then George would just kind of do whatever he wanted. Sometimes he'd go to the restaurant, the Italian restaurant. Sometimes he'd go hang out with the neighborhood kids. Sometimes he'd just
exactly. He didn't go to school.
He didn't really go to school, as far as I know. Is that it, Ben? Is that your final thoughts? Monkey, basically.
Ben is monkey.
Monkey. Ooh, ah.
Ooh-ee-ah.
Monkey! Ook, ook.
No, mumkey.
Monkey?
Yeah, mumkey.
Like
We're just going to have a
M-O-
whole minute of us just saying monkey.
Probably. We need. Okay, someone get the monkey counter.
I would not have it any other way.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, it is a movie about a monkey, so
Yeah, it's the Curious George episode. You gotta just say monkey for a minute. See, I'm just gonna go. Monkey, 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 monkey.
So I guess some of my final thoughts on the movie. I enjoyed it. It was like I said, going with what Caleb said. You got to think of how this movie was like the intended audience for this movie, and again, they fit that pretty well. But just as me, as like someone who's kind of going to take this a little bit more critically, it was really good. I'm a huge fan of 2D animation. It was beautiful. All that hand-drawn stuff that they did, absolutely gorgeous. Not a huge fan of that 2D, 3D intertwining that they did. Some movies do it really well, like Tarzan, when he was tree surfing, did that pretty well. But, I don't know, these just kind of didn't fit. And the world itself, when they kind of zoomed out, it felt empty. There was a lot of 3D models, but there wasn't really anything going on. And the story, a little I did like the Drew Barrymore's character and Man with the Yellow Hat. I liked their relationship. I wish it was a little bit more expanded upon, other than
They didn't even get to kiss.
they didn't even get to kiss, and it was just like, "Hi, I'm love interest. Hi, love interest. I don't have any interest in you." Until like the second half until like the middle act of the movie.
No, the whole that whole dynamic of the love interest was basically what I got from Toy Story 4 between Woody and Bo Peep.
Like how?
Like they never did any. They never kissed or held it, I guess they held hands, but they never kissed or anything really like love interesty. But you could smell it.
You could cut it with a knife.
You could smell it.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi,
Caleb. Did we lose Caleb?
Hi. I'm back.
Oh, he's back.
You didn't even hear what I said.
Nope.
God, it was so you. You would have loved.
But anyways, those are kind of my final thoughts on the movie. It was pretty good. I wish there was a little more attention to detail with the 3D models, but other than that, it's pretty good.
Wow,
So,
you're
guess we'll
way
go
too
down the
quick.
list. Well, I'm looking at it in this perspective. I said I was going to be a little bit more critical about what I had to say about it. So, Caleb, since you are a guest, you can go first. Out of 10, what do you give this movie? And please use the points like 7.6 or 6.2 if you feel like it.
Okay. I'm thinking, like you said, visually, performance-wise, with the voice acting, like sort of the plot-wise. I'm thinking 9.14.
Holy buckets, 9.14.
It's exactly what it's meant to be. It's a perfect kids movie. Like, you can't complain it. Like, if I had to show this to my kid for like hundreds of times, yeah, I would probably get a little annoying, but Upside Down would become my favorite song.
All right. Ben, what are you giving this movie out of 10?
I give this movie probably a 6.8.
Oh, dang, 6.8.
Wow. I can't believe how wrong
Yeah.
you are.
No.
I'm telling George.
Oh.
Tell the monkey. I'll bring my other monkey friends.
What other monkey friends do you have?
I have 7.
7?
Yeah.
I want names.
George 1, George 2.
No. I've got King Kong.
Donkey Kong.
I've got
Diddy Kong.
got Donkey Kong. No, not Diddy Kong.
Diddy Kong's a dick.
I've got I've got the leader monkey in Planet of the
Caesar?
Apes.
Caesar?
Yeah, and I've got the monkey that everyone thought was a girl, but might have actually been a dude in Tarzan.
Oh, fuck.
I don't
the
know.
one the voice, Rosie O'Donnell played him or her.
Whatever that monkey's name is.
Yeah, I can't think of
that's
it.
one of my friends. I'm friends with Eep down at the Kansas City Zoo. and I'm friends with both of the sign languaging monkeys from Madagascar.
Okay, we get it. We got a lot of monkey friends.
So those are your
Yeah.
7 monkeys that you're gonna bring to beat up Curious George?
Yeah. I expect King Kong and Donkey Kong to do the most damage.
Oh, that'd be a cool
All
movie
right.
just to see that and have Curious George beat them.
Actually, he sees the red nuclear button, says ooh ooh ooh, and smashes it. It sends the nukes.
Like I'm not even using 1% of my power.
All right. So I guess for me, again, I kind of said it. What I liked, what I didn't like. The voice acting I really liked too. I gotta give Caleb for reminding me about that. The voice acting was really good. Overall, I would have to give this movie probably we'll go 7.1.
Oh, how dare you! You guys are both way off.
It was a good movie, but just the plot was just
What did you want
Yeah.
out of it? It's a kid
I wanted a
movie.
better story. Okay, Toy Story was a kids movie, and that was freaking amazing.
Yeah, but it's still for a different audience. I feel like Toy Story is different than Curious George.
I mean, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, because those are toys, and he's a monkey.
All right, so after totaling up the numbers, we have an average for this movie of 7.68.
So Bebo's wrong. I told you, wrong is not a good look for you, Caleb.
I wonder what IMDb gave it. IMDb gave it a 6.5 out of 10. So I think we're a little bit above
Oh.
that.
No, I think we rated it too low.
Have we rated it too low?
Yeah, it's much better.
No, if anything, we rated it too high.
Agree to disagree. I'll sick George on you.
We agree that Caleb's wrong.
Before we finish off, I want to hear what your guys' favorite actor was in this movie. So, Caleb, who was your favorite actor in this movie?
There's only one choice, and it's George.
Scooby-Doo man
of the show. Any other?
Okay,
option,
so you say
any other choice?
You say it was. Wrong. So you say Frank Welker. Okay,
no,
Ben.
No, I mean George, the monkey.
Yeah, Frank Welker.
No, is Frank Welker a monkey? No, he's not. It's George.
God damn it!
Oh dang! Checkmate.
All right, Ben. Who is your favorite actor or actress?
My favorite actor. My favorite actor was Dick Van Dyke.
Ooh, okay.
He was the museum owner.
Yeah, he was pretty good. He played that character pretty well.
Yeah, he's also the guy from Night at the Museum.
Yeah.
Wait, who is he in Night Museum?
He's the old guy, the guy that.
He's the guy that gives Ben Stiller the quote unquote torch of being Night Watchman.
Oh, I haven't seen Night Museum in so long.
You remember, like
then you're wrong.
And they become young again.
Nope, I haven't seen that movie in that long. I have not seen that movie in so long.
Same.
My favorite actor, and who I feel personally carried this movie on his back,
the monkey,
was Will Ferrell.
No, it was George.
Yes, no, Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell basically just acted by himself.
Yeah, he acted by himself, like 90, like I should say, like 85% of the movie. No, but he didn't have anybody to play off of. All he had to work with for most of the movie was oohs and ahs.
Yeah, and without the oohs and ahs, there is no movie. So that's why George is the freaking star.
I'm not saying that the star of the... You don't have to pick the...
No.
I'm not asking who the star of the movie was, Caleb. I was asking who your favorite actor, like the voice actor, was.
It's called Curious George, not Curious Will Ferrell in a yellow hat.
Caleb, Curious George wasn't the star. He's a monkey. He's not a star. No, he's a monkey.
Stars are in outer... All right, so
this is such a bad episode.
Ben, give us your Hot Wheel of the week, baby. Let's hear it. What do you got for us?
Let's see if I can read it. It is a race car style 2010 Chevy Impala. It's got like decals. Okay, not like actual sponsorships, but it's got like Hot Wheels on the hood. It's got BF Goodrich. It's got the number 4 on the top and on the sides. It's got Coils, whatever, such and such. It's got Jason, something, something. It's got Rocacho, something, something. It's got Evans, something, something. It's got MG plugs on the sides. But it's like a race car. It's got a little cool spoiler on it. It's all white. It's got dark blue, red, orange, and yellow stripes.
Is this like a car they would actually like race in like a NASCAR style?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that style.
Okay.
It's super dope.
It's super dope. I can't wait to send the picture of that on our Instagram for the people to see. It does sound like a dope car. Along with the video. Mm-hmm. All right.
Whoa, that's a fun.
Well, anyways, thanks for listening, everybody. You can follow us on our Instagram at The Media Men Pod. If you want to tell a friend and refer this, we can find us on Spotify or Google Podcasts or a couple of other podcast platforms. Give us a rate and review. We love to hear feedback. And anyways, I'm Grant.
And I'm Ben.
And thank you for our guest person, Caleb. Caleb, for coming back again. Oh, wait, before we close out, we got to give him a hint for the movie next week. Ben, give us a hint for the movie next week.
Its style is both live action and cartoon, such as Space Jam. It's got some of the same characters from. And the reason I also was saying that Curious George had somewhat of the same story as this movie is because in this next movie, they're searching for as Steve Martin would put it, the Blue Monka.
Okay.
The Blue
All right. Anyways, once again, thank you guys for listening. I'm Grant with Ben, and our guest are Caleb. It's the Media Men, and we will see you guys next time. Goodbye.
Bye. Die down, and I don't know the rest of the words right now.